what a kick it is to get your name called by Tom Durkin. And there was an equine, Ann Campbell, who he probably called in a race once or twice. Oh my goodness, I am so humbled by these women and their stories, what they've been through and how Saratoga WarHorse has changed lives. We're very careful to say that we're not a therapy program and we don't save lives, we change lives. But I'm going to be thinking a little bit further than that very safely tonight. You all were spectacular in your candor and what people heard here and what influence you will have for our program and where it can go after your personal testimonies. And Allison, that includes you too, wherever you are. Campbell, yeah. Campbell is being honored here tonight as a visionary and an entrepreneur. Rightly so. He was. He changed the face of thoroughbred racing with his partnership concept and has been deservedly honored with every award and honor that the thoroughbred racing industry can bestow. He has become a legend. I'm so excited about that. The one chapter of his life, though, that is not legendary at all is his military career. He joined the Navy, as Brian said, in 1944, the day he turned 17. He was eventually assigned to the destroyer USS Bull, which basically ferreted Marines for R&R into Shanghai for weekends, and I will tell you, Cott enjoyed that participation a great deal at 17. He ascended to the ranks of signalman third class. He was very honored by that, and ironically, at his funeral service, the flag was presented to him by a two-star general. What delicious irony. At 90, he was very proud that he could still send messages with his signal flags and do semaphore. He did not have an illustrious military career. He was not a hero. He got no medals, no awards, no honors. But nothing ever in his life meant more to him or made him prouder than to claim membership in the Brotherhood of Veterans. Cott never took himself too seriously, but he took his service very seriously. So I want to read you a little excerpt from his memoir, Memoirs of a Long Shot. I'm not hawking it, but that's the name of the book. A rip-roarious life that will sort of illustrate and illuminate for you what the service was like for Cott. We were told that on August 22nd, we would ship out from California on a troop transport to the Pacific, nothing more specific than that, where we would get our fleet assignments. On August 15th, the Japanese surrendered. This sparked in San Francisco one of the most uproarious celebrations in history, and I celebrated as hard as I could. A week later, we did board the USS Phelan, a troop transport bound for the Philippine Islands. It was the wartime practice for troop transport to be sent off by a military band, banging our stirring martial airs while the boys strode up the gangway. Can't you see, Cot? Even though the hostilities were over, the custom continued, and we rushed aboard with blood in our eyes, anxious to attack someone, someplace. At sunset, the feeling got underway, streaming toward the Golden Gate Bridge with the strains of Anchors Aweigh fading in the distance. When we sailed under the fabled bridge, we were pumped, to put it mildly. That night, around midnight, it was clear that the engines had stopped. Soon we learned that one of the propellers had burned out a bearing. We must return to the port for repairs. What a downer. When the sun came up the next morning, we were slowly dragging our way back to San Francisco. The decks awash with disconsolate sailors, our patriotic fervor completely deflated. But as we neared the Golden Gate Bridge, we saw a curious and completely unexpected sight. On that great span, there must have been 25,000 human beings shouting and screaming. A band was playing When Johnny Comes Marching Home Again. Flowers were cascading down on us, and a tremendous banner hung from the bridge emblazoned with "Welcome Home, Boys." A loudspeaker was booming out, "God bless our fighting men. Well done, boys, and welcome home." I remember thinking, gee, what a nice gesture. These people sure do like us. We've only been gone for 15 hours. It seems that morning, the renowned naval port was expecting the arrival of the first troop transport from the South Pacific, returning the brave veterans of Guadalcanal, Iwo Jima, Saipan, and other bloody battles. They assumed we were it. Well, we played it to the hilt. Posturing as we thought heroes might, and dramatically throwing salutes aloft, we sailed under the Golden Gate to one of the most tumultuous welcomes imaginable. That we were completely undeserving was beside the point. We seized the moment. I just hope the throng on the bridge hung around for a while and that the real heroes didn't miss out on the welcome they had coming. We sure enjoyed ours. So, back to you.